Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Digital Success Talk. So today we have a special guest. She's coming all the way from Texas, U.S., originally from the Philippines. So let's let her introduce herself after. So today we are going to start with introducing ourselves. So my name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama. I currently live in Surrey, British Columbia, and I'm a digital business owner and I work in the movie industry.
Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. My name is Jessie. I'm a nurse by professional and I live in Ontario, Canada. I'm from Cuba. My background is Cuba and I form part of this online business. Yes, I own a business.
Hi everyone, my name is Isabel Vargas. I'm originally from Mexico, but I live in the United States. I have three children. I work for the school system as a teacher assistant, and I'm also part of this digital business.
Thank you, Jessie. Thank you, Isabel. Okay, so let's bring our guest to the studio. Hi,
Hello.
June.
Hello,
Hi, thank you
everyone.
for coming.
Thank you
You're
for
welcome. You're
coming.
welcome. Yeah. I thanks for having me. It's an honor to be interviewed. I didn't see this coming. Sandy, I can't say no to Sandy. She's been instrumental in my journey as an online business owner. So I always thank God for for having Sandy as my friend, even personally. But I know that if something comes up, if I have some questions, she's always there to to answer or support me. And if she doesn't know the answer right away, she would always find ways. So I for her to be able to like teach me and guide me. So I'm so grateful for her. I really thank you, Sandy. I know I've said this a couple of times, but again, I want to say it again. Thank you so much for being so kind and for being so generous.
You're welcome, June. My pleasure. That's why the community, we're here to help each other.
Yeah. Yes, I am so glad to be part of this amazing community because I know that if I need help, there's always someone, right, that can help and support me. Especially, I'm a nurse and I only know basic computer skills and that's it, right? So, and we're grateful because the community of our community as an online business owner, we are part of this community that's very supportive and very helpful and just very kind to really like help us hold our hand when we get stuck doing our business, so we can always be assured that help is there and we're not going to be doing this business alone. But and that's good, right? Because I mean, it's so hard to have a business of any kind and you're the only one there, like, okay, when things happen or if you encounter issues or problems, then you're left by yourself. And I've been with those kind of situations that I'm just left by myself. But here in this community, we have a mentor, we have a coach that can really help us achieve our dreams online. So yes, I am very grateful. I am very inspired that I belong to this very supportive community.
Yes. Thank you, June. Okay, so let's start with the first question. Okay. So,
Hey June, so the first question, how did you end up in the business from a nursing background?
That is a very good question, actually. Yeah, so I didn't really see this, coming, that I'm going to be doing this journey as an online business owner, right? Because, like I said, I am a nurse, and although I like more than 3 years ago, I have already my close friends who is my co they've been doing this, and I'm seeing a lot. I didn't really pay attention to it because I'm not good with computers. I only know basic computer skills, and that's patient charting, and that's it, right? So in fact, I here I have to buy a laptop. So imagine that I just don't wanna like do anything with I have to buy my laptop last year when I started the business, right? Because of course yes, I think June had a mic on, that's why, but she turned it off. It looked sorry. So do you hear me? Can you hear me though?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, and I have I have been a nurse here in Texas for 18 years, right? And it's still the same thing, you know. Looking back, I just realized like if I have to continue doing the same thing over and over again, then I'm still gonna be where I am, having to rely on those days that we get paid. So and I don't want that anymore. Like I knew then that something has to change, and I'm just very grateful too that I saw this opportunity. But at first I was, like I said, I was hesitant, I was scared, which is normal. But really, like, you just have you have to have that knowledge of what you're getting into. And that is very nice because we don't force it on people, right? We present to them the information, and it's up to them if they want to take it or not. We are here to just show it to them that there's really something, that you can do aside from just working the traditional way, right? And yeah, and so because of that realization that if I have to continue the way I work, being paid actively, my life is just going to be the same. And I knew that I need to really find that right vehicle, which I did. Finding this digital business is the right vehicle for me to be able to crush my dreams, because I have big dreams, right? But I just noticed that my dreams and my goals, they were just getting smaller and smaller to fit my current reality, to fit what I can afford. And that was not what I was really expecting, because I come from the Philippines. I come from Cebu, Philippines. And my mom and my dad, they encouraged me, oh, you need to go to America, right, and be a nurse there, so you can achieve your dreams, right? But when I came over here, I'm like, okay, well, where is it? What's going on now? Like, where are those dreams, right? That they were talking about. Like, I can just hardly even like um keep up with the daily increasing expenses and the bills and the mortgage. Sometimes there's nothing enough for me at the end of the month. So you know um doing this online business, I'm seeing brighter days now, really. And that, yeah, so that was my journey. So I from being a nurse, I'm still doing nursing full time, and doing this on the side whenever I'm off. So I don't really work too much anymore. I only have one job now, and I'm also doing this as my part time. But um, I'm treating this, like my job. Like, I don't treat it as a hobby. I treat it as a job. So because I know that if you treat it seriously, it's going to give you serious results too.
Yes. I cannot relate to you, like in terms, the working long hours because, like, and Jessie too, because Jessie is a nurse. Um, so yeah, so I don't like the reason why I've been looking, for something is because, I don't see myself working until 67 years old, working those long hours. So I want to be able to retire early. So that's why, like I was looking for, like businesses where I can be able to leave my industry and then just focus on my job and do something like, whenever, whatever I can do it. Like if I'm traveling, I can do my business there. Um, everything I know, like I've heard from many nurses, and I have a friend, like Jessie is a nurse friend. So we have I have another friend here in Zurich, that I'm aware that you like sometimes you have to take like 2 to 3 jobs in work in different places because in the same location where you are, like sometimes they don't have you're not able to work like full time. So you have to find like three different jobs somewhere else to be able to, to be able to live, and afford uh, your living expenses. So you wanted to add something, Jesse, coming from a nurse background?
Yes, I do. I really relate, really, like with June, history, because as a nurse, we do. Oh, can you guys hear me? I just hear some
Yes.
background. Are we good now?
Are we good?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, now we
Yeah.
are.
What happened, when you work online?
That's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's
So
okay
let's
because
try
we're not
it.
perfect. We're not perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, that mean we're it's true. It's no a machine. We're all talking. Anyways, but yeah, I do relate it with June. I'm a nurse too. I work on long-term care. I look at bedside, and it's you can see a lot of nurses out there. They have one job or other jobs. They usually you see nurses. They have one of the job just to implement that income. Yes, we're making a lot of money. Like we're working a lot of hours, but we don't have the time, and that's what we're looking for. We don't have the time to spend with our family. We don't have the time for ourselves, and that is really hard. It's a really heavy lifting that we get, because we're helping others, but we are not helping our family. We're not helping
Yeah.
ourselves. So if it just make put me a smile to see how many nurses, have see this business and has see their future on it. So it's amazing. So I do have a question. So,
Just give me a
so,
sec, Jesse.
so
Sorry.
yeah. So, how do you juggle your career as a nurse, family responsibility, your business, and self-care time?
Yeah, that's a great question too. Okay, so I am a dialysis nurse, right? So I work like 16 hours a day, and so I have to wake up at 3 in the morning, and working 16 hours, and sometimes in between those days, I only get to sleep like 5 to 6 hours if I'm lucky, because sometimes my brain is still, it's still working even though you're asleep because of all the stress, right? So yeah, so that will show you how stressful and busy I am because of being a nurse, right? And everybody also knows when you're in the healthcare profession, how stressful and how busy it is, right? Because we're dealing with lives. And yeah, so I'm just thankful because before, like you said, I used to work a lot. I used to work multiple jobs, and I do a lot of overtime, and just to make ends meet. And in fact, even on my scheduled days off, I would ask for extra hours, just so I can get ahead every month. But it's not is there an echo? But it's not even enough, and I've realized that the only way to keep up with the daily increasing expenses and bills and our mortgage was just to keep on working, right? But I finally let go of that job. I now I only have one full-time job. So I think it's time already for me to really take care of myself, take care of my loved ones, because life is short, and I do have my aging parents who live with me. And just like Sandy, that is also one of her whys, like to be able to take care of her aging parents. And um, and so that is one of my whys to create that healthy work life balance. And I am glad that with this business, it's very flexible and very portable, that wherever I go, I can take the business with me. And whenever I'm off, well, when I'm off, sometimes it takes even like a full day to recover, right? Because we're at that age already, right? That it's not the same anymore when we were like 20s and 30s, right? So right now I've noticed that when I work, it takes me like a whole day to recover. But then the good thing is with this business, it's flexible, right? Because you own the business, so it's really up to you, if you're gonna show up for your business or not. Nobody's gonna tell you, hey, why you didn't show up? Yeah, because we are business owners. We own the business, and we have to be accountable to our business. We show up when we have our trainings and masterminds. It's really outstanding the training that we get in this community, right? Because it's world class. So yeah, so I'm able to do that, and because I gave up one of my jobs and I stopped doing overtime. So now when my family needs me, like my mom and my dad, take them to the doctor, or anything, right? That they need me, I'm there for them. Because before it was hard for me to to make sure that they're also taken care of, right? Because of me working a lot of hours and days that I can't even take them to important appointments. So that has actually freed me up, with in regards to time. And now also I just want to say that now I'm finally taking care of myself. um I know there's work involved being an online business owner, but if you come to think of it, it's not that stressful, right? It's up to you if you want to be stressed, but we're not dealing with lives here. So, um, you know, um, it really depends upon you, like if you want to like go full force or not. So I can, I allow like maybe an hour or two. It depends, how I feel. But I don't do it because I have to, but I do it because I can, or because I want to.
Thank you. Yeah, I think doing this business is very important that like we um, able to manage the time, like allocate each time. Um, Sorry, June. I think there might be sound coming from your like you have something else open that is causing like a little echo.
No. Mm-mm.
No?
No. Mm-mm. No.
Okay.
No, nothing at all. Hang on. Okay, are we good?
Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's better. Okay, thank
Okay.
you. Okay, no, what I was saying is, like I think to do still the echo. Okay. So what I was doing is, like it's very important um to be able to manage time, like allocate time for your family because you don't want to neglect your family. And
Mm-hmm.
also, like allocate your time for your job. So when you're working on your job, like just make sure that you're focused on your job. When you're doing your business, you focus on your business, and your family understand, like when it's time to do your business, that's the time for you to do the business. And when it's time for them, then you're 100% to them, so you don't neglect them. And also, like it's very important to also have, your self-care time because we are humans. If we don't allocate some time for ourselves, we get burnout and eventually we're not able to continue to the business. So that's why it's very important to also have a time for yourself, to be able to recharge, to be able to have that energy again and to be able to allocate to give to the others, like a business, family, and and your job, but that's why you need to recharge and have your time for yourself. Okay, so question number 3. Is there a story you'd like to share about when you realized you needed to change your current situation?
Yeah, I have not really shared this this story, but yes, I can definitely share this. So like I said, right, I have been working a lot of hours, working multiple jobs. and been here in America for 18 years. And I was just, pushing my body to really work a lot. And last year, May 21, 2023, I ended up in the ER, in the emergency room. But prior to that incident, I did experience already some chest pains, right? Like on and off chest pains. But still, I was working a lot of hours, still trading time for money, right? Um, but that night on May 21st, I couldn't sleep anymore. My body was just shaking uncontrollably. Like I can't control my body anymore. So I landed in the emergency room, you know, and that was a wake up call for me. I realized at that moment that I have to stop doing, what I do, and I have to start taking care of myself. And because of that, I had to take time off from work for several weeks to recover. And that was the time that I really, cried to God and asked for guidance. And, He just told me, if you're going to continue the way you're doing, then, this, that's going to be very detrimental to you. It's very dangerous for you. So you just have to give up give up, working too much, which I did. So I started taking care of myself. And that was a turning point for me, because prior to that incident, I actually became a business owner. But I didn't take care of that blessing because I was stubborn, right? I was still like working those hours because I just want those guaranteed hours. Like, okay, I just want to make sure that I have enough hours for the month, because I still have that mindset, right? I still have that mindset that I have to work in order to get paid. So it was more of that mindset that was kind of like pulling me down, to really starting and focusing on doing my business. So when that incident happened, I I um, I realized that, you know what, I have already this blessing that God has given me, and I need to take care of it. So that's when I started really having a change of heart and truly working for, that the training for our business. So that was my journey. It's painful, but I have to go through it. So I will stop working too much.
Yeah, I I heard a similar story about that, like just before joining the business, about an influencer on YouTube, where, like many times, like that's why, like I was mentioned before, it's very important to have some self-care time, because sometimes, like when we do something, we push our body, like in this case, it was your job, you were pushing your body to the extreme, that your body got to the point where he couldn't handle anymore, and that's why you broke down like that, and that same thing happened to this influencer. Like she was like pushing it, like uh doing, her channel and that stuff, that she neglected her health, and then it happened to her the same thing. She was like shaking, and they didn't know what it was. I mean, they thought that it was a heart attack, but it wasn't. It was because, um she pushed her body too much, and that's when she learned, like to have some time for herself, like yes, you do your business, right, but at the same time, like you have to make sure you have time for yourself, so you don't burn out and you don't cause these extreme, like health issues, towards yourself. Somebody
So
else
yeah,
want
health is really important. So in most of us, I think we all have had a point on our life that we have realized that something is wrong, that we need a change. That can be health, that can be economics, doesn't matter on the point that you are. But most of the people realize it when it's more like a health issue, that they've been working so long, they've been giving too many hours to their job, they are completely exhausted. So then all the health issues start to growing up, and then you then when you realize that you know you like it's nothing else you can do because you have to keep get better quickly and go back to the same routine. And that's what we are here, you know, we're trying to aware, we're trying to tell people there is another choice, there is something else. We're not saying that you have to quit your job, you know, we're just saying that I do this business part-time, but you know, but I work it's just I'm not working for the money, the money's working for me, you know. So it's just understanding, changing your mentality that it's not just everything is a 9 to 5 job. It's something else that you can make your goals, make your dreams reality. And then when you came out with the business and you came out with the structure that this business offer you, you go mind blowing. You know, you're like, oh my gosh, what I never thought about this before, and it's just amazing. And I think we just are blessed, and we just want to talk all everything about the business. It's not like, you know, because it's there, you know, it has shows their fruits and for other people, and we're just telling everyone about the people are, you know, people are saying, but why you guys always doing it live? Yeah, we're just telling you. You know, we're sharing with you all these amazing nuggets. But I do have another question, Jung. Are you ready?
Sure. Go ahead.
So, how long did it take you to join the business? And what were the reasons behind your leap of faith?
Um, uh, yeah, so like I said, I've actually witnessed and, see some of my close friends doing this. And I see a few ads, but I didn't really like pay attention to it because, like I said, I'm not good with computers. But until a good friend of mine really encouraged me, like she told me that you can do this, so that's when I finally took a leap of faith, because I just needed someone to tell me really like you can do this. And when she mentioned about the legacy income for my son, I mean that was the final like stamp there that okay, I need to do this, right? Because when it's like for my son, when it's for my son, I will do anything and everything. And that's the reason also why I, from the Philippines, I came over here because of my son. When I saw him, he was a newborn, and I'm like, you know what, I want to give a good future to my son. So that's why I have to make sure that I can work here as a nurse, because in the Philippines, I was just comfortable, right? Like, I mean, to me, there was really no need for me to come over to America because, I have a decent job too. But because of my son, and that was he is one of the biggest whys also why I joined this business, because I know that he will not take any courses in healthcare, right? So with the pandemic that had happened, that really opened me like, you know what, healthcare professionals, we are blessed because like the COVID pandemic, right, that happened, we're able to keep our jobs, right? And but even then, some of the healthcare professionals lost their job, but like that insight, right, like really fortified for me to really do this business, because like I said, it's going to give a legacy income for my son, and my son will never practice any healthcare profession. So it's because of him that I really decided to have this business, because of that legacy income that we're getting later on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those who doesn't know about the legacy, um, that's when you're like a head on the business, you are able to have, like this monthly um income that, like many people see it as like a pension. So that's the thing. So we work towards, like our business to be able to have, like that legacy, so we can pass on to other members of our family, either kids or other members of the family. Okay, so The next question.
Sandy, I just want to add that, we all joined this business. We all have different reasons. We all have our whys, but most of our whys are normally because of family, because we want to spend time with family and with kids, because, our kids grow up so fast that when you work in a job where your schedules or your hours are long, or you work Monday through Saturday, or you don't have many days off, you realize very quickly that you're missing out. Like before you know it, your kids are 10, 11, or 12, and you're like, oh my God, where did the time go? How did I miss all this time with my children? And so when I started this business, the reason why was because my oldest was going to college, and I was like, how is she already going to college and I didn't have time to spend with her? I felt so bad. I felt like I wasn't a good mother because I didn't give her quality time to be with me, because I was always on the run. My daily routine was so heavy and so it was just not enough time to be with my kids, because every time when I came home it was late, I was tired, I still had to do all the chores and get stuff for me ready for them. So it was hard. And so we all have our whys, but we want the best for our families, and that's why we started this business, I think. Okay. Next question, June, is what was your mindset like before joining the business, and how has it evolved since then?
Yeah, great question. Yes, so I have mentioned that too, that it was hard to change my mindset because, like I said, I was still on the employee mindset, right? Like, I was still like focusing on the hours at work, the active income that I'm getting at work, that I need those hours, right? Guaranteed hours every month. So I didn't really like focus on my training. But then I realized later on that, you know what, if I'm gonna do this, I will really have to focus on it. I really have to put time, dedication, and commitment, and be willing, right, to learn the training, to learn the business, because I am a nurse, and of course, when I work as a nurse, it's like autopilot because you already know what to do, right? But with this, you have to like do the step by step training, and but it's actually very flexible, because you can go on the training at your own pace. So it's a video based. So it's so easy to just go back when you don't really understand it. So everything is there. So I am uh, very grateful of that, world class training that we have. So now I have come a long way, because before uh, I didn't really like take it seriously. I was treating it like a hobby. And I have learned that, you have to take it seriously and really give your commitment, right, and dedication for you to really see the result of what you're doing. So like you sow a seed, and then later on you're gonna be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all have that problem. A lot of times we put our life on hold just because we have fear to start something new, or to start over. And we don't take action because we're afraid that we're not going to be able to do it. We're not going to be able to make it. But that's anything in life. You make choices every day in life, and sometimes they're not easy, and sometimes you don't get the right answer or the right result right away. But it takes practice. You have to keep doing it, you have to keep working on it, and you're going to develop that skill that you need to get better at it if you keep practicing. But if you don't do anything, you're just going to keep living the same life, the same cycle over and over. So it's always up to us. We have that choice to make every day if we want to change our lives, or we want to keep living the same thing over and over.
Okay, so the next question. Okay, so can you share your pains and struggles while building your online business? Have you come across any pains and struggles?
Yeah, of course that's normal, right? It like it's something new for me. So I have to learn it, right? And I have to go through the process, uh, going step by step on the training and making sure that I'm doing it right. So pains and struggles would be being because I am very impatient. And I'm very impatient and I get frustrated right away. So I think that with this business, I have actually um, it has actually taught me how to be more patient with myself, be kind to myself, and you know um, know that every little thing that I'm doing is already going to be something later on. So just to have that grace, right? We all go through, if there's something new, of course we go through the learning curve. And just we just have to be kind to ourselves that later on, we're gonna be very good at it, we're gonna be a professional. So because like before I don't really post reels, right? But then now now I can just post it, like it's like automatic. But before, like, okay, how am I gonna do this? Like, how am I gonna put some sound, some text? So now it becomes easier, when you practice. So practice really makes perfect.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that has been my pain and my struggles. Imagine posting a reel. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Uh,
oh,
you
sorry.
go. No, go ahead.
Sometimes people are have they are scared, but they feel like building a business is gonna be so easy, or like everything is have her hard time. You have to dedicate a little bit of time, you have to be a little bit of patient, but you're going to have your struggles like everyone. Like I don't know, I'm not good on computer either. Most of the time I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do this, I have to do that. But that's a good part of our training, that they have everything on it. You have a step by step, easy to follow. And it's not just that, the community, you have a question, you don't know what to do, you saw the video 15 times, I mean, still you don't have idea what's happening. It happened to me. You just send a message, hey guys, I don't understand this. And it's just the support that you get from the community. And I think that's one of the goals that we have, our training, our community. It's just it's there, and you don't see that. You don't always have that support, because not all of us came up with seen as a model or on the family that you can own a business, can be, it's something new. At least it was for me. No one of my family have owned a business before, so yeah, it's hard, but if you have big goals and you know what God have planned for you, and your way, it will happen. It will be for you. So we're just telling you, like, our training and the support of the community is amazing. And you always know, you will not be alone on your step to the business. So you have us. That's
Yes. Yeah, what I wanted to add is, like when you talk about patience, like that was one of the first thing I learned on this business, like that was my first pain, like when I got to do my, like I was doing my training so fast, and then I got to the point where it was advertising, and then I saw that it was like I had to do more, and it was a lot. And like I wanted to, like start my business right away, right? So um there I got a little bit frustrated. And then I was, at the time I was doing the 90-day challenge, and we had our group, and I mentioned that to one of the member of the group. And then because I was a little bit discouraged, like sometimes we get that moment, like where we like are down. So that was my moment there. And then she mentioned something, look, I've been there, in the past. I know it requires patience, so that's something that you have to learn. And yes, it's true, you have to learn. You have to learn to have patience, that like the business doesn't take right away, like you have to put the effort, and everything eventually will take off, but you gotta have patience of that. And you also have to have patience with yourself, understand yourself, like, because we tend to get frustrated with ourselves so fast. And then you have to understand that, like, okay, just be, be calm, just breathe, and then do it, like try to figure out, or look for help or something, you know but yeah, patience is one of the key on this business to have, because it requires time, but it doesn't mean that, it's gonna be like a long period of time, like it's gonna be sooner. But for some people it's sooner, for some people, it takes a little bit of time, and for some people a little bit longer. But everyone gets to that journey, to that point where we want to be. So don't get discouraged, like just do your work, put your effort, on your business, and work towards your goal. Remember always your why you're doing this, and you'll be successful. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I think we all discouraged at some point. We get discouraged, especially when you're doing the training, when you're not tech savvy, when you don't know much about social media, and you're trying to go fast with your business, and you get to a point where you get discouraged because you're like, oh my God, I didn't think it was gonna take this much, or I didn't know I had to learn this much. And so, yes, Sandy, to your point, we all get frustrated sometimes, when we're doing the training, because we want to start fast. We want to do things fast. But this business is not about speed, it takes patience. You have to be patient, you have to be consistent, and you have to be very persistent to make it work. So you just have to take your time, and just be very patient with yourself. Not everybody has the same results, and we're not in a race. Yeah, some people are going to take off faster than others, but you just have to keep working at it. And yes, some days are hard, and some days are hard to understand, like, what am I doing wrong? Why is this not working for me? But we just have to keep working. Like you said, we all have our whys, and we know why we started. We believed in this business, we know it works. We just have to keep giving it our best to make it work for us as well.
yeah. Okay, so we have come to the end of our live. So I just want to go touch. So we touched a little bit today. We share, like June's experience on her business, like how she transitioned from her nursing background to the online business, and what were the reasons behind why she did it. She had some struggles at the beginning with her mindset, but eventually she was able to overcome that and then work towards her business. Um, Also, she shared her pain and struggles, and we all also, share our pains and struggles, and that's a normal thing, like in this business. Don't think that, like you're the only one. No, everyone goes through that. And sometimes, we even go like more than one time in our journey, like, because that's part of our learning curve. Like as we go through our business, we encounter different issues, that we try to learn. But well, that's my opinion. I think, like it doesn't matter how long it takes you, but as you go through your journey, you start learning more and understand better your business, and that's what helps you to move forward, faster on your business. So even though it takes you time, I think it's better to really, really put the effort in your business to really understand, because that will help you. Yes, you might be slow at the beginning, but then after that you're gonna go fast. So understanding very well your business from, like from the beginning is a good point to be able to succeed, like in the future. So don't worry if it's taking you a little bit longer. That's okay, because you need to learn in order to be successful. So That's why we need to keep improving ourselves, like going to the masterminds, do the training, uh, go to all the workshops that they are available for us, and the training. So the more you start learning new things, the more you're be able to have those abilities and those apply those things to your business, and be able to, go forward and reach towards your goals and help other people. Okay, so we want to thank all the viewers today that watch our live, and for those watching the replay, we also want to mention, like you can follow us on our Facebook business page that is on the screen. If you want to learn more, what is your business page, France? How can they find you, June? Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, so it's www.junefrancisgarcia.com.
Okay, so that's your website. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, so you can also register in our website to learn more about the business with your name and email address. And then we're going to be able to send you the replay, the live, or the, the invitation to the live, which happens every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST, and what time on CST?
It's 7 CST, 7 p.m.
7
CST.
7 p.m. CST. So that happens every Tuesday and Thursday. So you can register in our website for the live. If you are not able to watch the live, you can also register and we'll send you the replay, which will also have subtitles for those who doesn't speak English very well, like English is not very strong for you. You are able to watch the webinar with the subtitles in your language. And also, you can register with us to learn more about the business, and we are welcome to invite you to the webinar to learn more and invite you to our private Facebook group where you're going to get to meet other people from the business community who are having success, and also, some materials about the business. So thank you, June, for coming today to our live and sharing your journey with us and with our viewers. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
then And then until the next episode of the Global Digital Succes Talk. Bye, everyone. Have a nice weekend or happy Monday to wherever you are in the world.